The official trailer for Singles Inferno Season 5 just dropped, and chaos immediately followed. Instagram handles are popping up, names are flying everywhere, and rumors about G-Dragon's ex being on the show are already swirling, and the cast hasn't even said a word yet. Hi guys, it's your girl Funnel Pop, and yes, the tea is scalding. If you love early spoilers, internet detectives doing the most, and me breaking it all down for you, then like the video, subscribe, and buckle up, because this ride is about to get messy. So let's get into it because Singles Inferno Season 5 is already moving like it's going to be the most talked about season yet. Netflix has officially confirmed that Season 5 drops globally on January 20, 2026. 5 seasons in, and this show is now the longest-running Korean dating reality series on Netflix, which alone explains why the production feels bolder, louder, and way more intentional this time around. What's interesting is that the producers aren't pretending this is just another flirt and game season. They're openly saying this one is about raw emotion, direct romance, and real attraction. Less tiptoeing, more straight lines. They're focusing on how relationships actually start, how feelings shake when choices appear, and how fast things spiral when multiple people want the same person. That already tells you this season is going to be heavy on overlapping love lines, emotional whiplash, and people realizing they're not as chill as they thought they were. Now let's talk about the teaser, because that alone gave more chaos than some full episodes from earlier seasons. The island is introduced as this strange, unfamiliar space again, but the energy is completely different. You've got a woman casually asking a man if he wants to sleep together, and his immediate reaction isn't rejection, it's hesitation because there are cameras. That distinction matters. That tells you the desire is there, and the only thing stopping it is awareness of being watched. And yes, it already looks like we're going to be seeing more people sharing beds this time, which we all know caused controversy last season. The fact that they're leaning into that imagery again means production is not scared of backlash this time. Then there's the moment that really made people pause. A woman sitting in the middle, 2 people on either side of her, and both of them are holding hands on top of her leg, which is like, wait, what? That is not accidental framing. It could be a visual promise of love triangles, crossed signals, and messy decision-making. See, the lady in the middle was about to hold the guy's hand, but the other person beat her to it, and somehow their hands ended up on her legs. Like, seriously. Things are already looking messy. Maybe she's just trying to play mediator between the two, ha ha ha. But then, you have lines flying around about somebody being a player, already caught all the fish, and someone even straight up saying, we should kiss. And yeah, this season is not pretending to be subtle. It's serving dopamine on purpose. It's going to be wild. Now here's where things get extra spicy, because names are already circulating. The biggest one is Kim Go-eun. Model, former Miss Korea me, and yes, the same Kim Go-eun who was linked to G-Dragon through dating rumors. Whether people want to admit it or not, that association alone changes how viewers will look at her on the island. Every interaction, every choice, every man drawn to her is going to be analyzed through that lens. If this is really her, like everyone's guessing, and she's really on the show, she instantly becomes one of the most watched contestants before she even says a word. And what's interesting is that she fits the Singles Inferno formula perfectly. Strong visuals, confident presence, pageant background, influencer appeal. This show has always favored that type, and historically, contestants like that tend to dominate screen time and love lines. I would not be shocked at all if she ends up in a central romantic arc or becomes part of the main couple narrative. The show knows exactly what kind of attention her presence would pull. Here's a fun little fact, she's friends with a ton of reality dating show people on Instagram. Some are from Transit Love, some from past Singles Inferno seasons, even from Heart Pairing. And honestly, that might explain why she got cast. But if you think about it, with all that already in her orbit, how real can she actually be once she steps on the island? She's also said to be the daughter of the popular soccer player Kim Hyun-soo. Next up is Kim Min-ji. Her appearance on the show is confirmed since her face was shown. Her IG handle is as seen on screen. She actually feels like a very deliberate casting choice. She's a real track and field athlete, nicknamed the Karina of the athletics world, and she's not new to cameras either. She's already appeared on multiple variety shows, so she knows how to exist on screen without shrinking herself. That's important. She's not just there to look pretty, she's competitive, physically dominant, and likely to shake up the dynamic during games. Historically, athletic women on dating shows tend to break expectations, and I think she's going to do exactly that. Then there's Cho Minu, and honestly, this one is sneaky powerful. She pretty much gives me Choi Hae-sun's vibe from Singles Inferno 3. She's a 1999 liner, born February 22, 1999 in Australia, a University of Illinois graduate. She placed as first runner-up at Miss Korea 2021, which is basically second place. And then the year after, in 2022, she became the first Korean to win Miss Earth, which is actually considered to be one of the 4 biggest beauty pageants in the world. She's been rumored to be appearing on the show since like 4 months ago, and basically has a whole international pageant background under her belt. Add to that multiple drama appearances, including DNA Lover, Mellow Movie, and even Penthouse. She's no stranger to cameras or the spotlight. That's not just a resume, it's a playbook on how to command attention without having to shout. Contestants like her rarely play loud, they play smart. She seems like the type that watches, waits, and when she makes her move, it lands, and lands hard. Imagine the tension when someone like this shows interest in the right person at the right time. She could completely flip a love line with a single glance or comment ha ha ha. On a show like Singles Inferno, where timing and subtlety can make or break relationships, Choi Minu feels like someone who could control the game without ever seeming like she's trying. And I think that will make her presence on the island incredibly intriguing because you just know the chemistry and drama around her is going to be next level. Just going off the vibe of her recent photos, she feels like someone who probably ends up in a couple, but we'll have to wait and see. And just like the other women being linked to this season, she's also connected to people from past reality dating shows. Same circles, same social overlap, familiar faces following familiar faces. At this point, it's starting to feel less like coincidence and more like a shared ecosystem. Which doesn't automatically mean anything, but it does make you wonder how organic some of these connections really are once the cameras start rolling. Now let's talk about the men, because while names haven't been officially dropped yet, there's already speculation for a reason. When I watched the teaser, one of the guys immediately stood out to me. His facial structure, his vibe, the way his lips moved when he talked, he seriously reminded me of Ejin from Eden Season 2, who is an actor, and this man is giving me an actor energy, you know, the very handsome type. Now, to be clear, this hasn't been confirmed anywhere. This is just purely from my observation. But knowing Singles Inferno, they love casting men who look like they walked out of a drama casting call. If he is an actor or actor adjacent, it would not be surprising at all. And even if he's not, the resemblance alone is enough for viewers to start spiraling and screenshotting frames. And let's not forget the panel, because half of the fun of Singles Inferno is watching the panel lose their minds in real time. The lineup is staying the same: Lee Dae-hae, Kyuhyun, Hong Jin-kyung, Han-hae, and Dex. Wowza, thank goodness. Their chemistry is part of the show's identity. They react the way the audience feels but can't say out loud, and Dex especially has become a fan favorite for calling things exactly as they are. Keeping them unchanged feels intentional, like an anchor in the middle of all the chaos. And hey, like they say, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? It's nice to have the original panelists back. One thing that keeps coming up is the criticism. People love to say Singles Inferno isn't about real relationships, that contestants are chasing clout, Instagram growth, or acting opportunities. And honestly, that's not wrong. But at this point, that's part of the show's ecosystem. Everyone knows it, including the viewers. The real question isn't whether the love lasts, it's whether the journey is entertaining, emotionally charged, and unpredictable. And from what we're seeing, Season 5 clearly understands that. What really sets this season apart is the confidence. The producers are openly saying we'll see love lines we've never seen before. Not just more connections, but messier ones. Overlapping feelings, people liking multiple people at once, and choices that don't follow the usual script. The kind of situations where someone thinks they're safe, and then gets completely blindsided. So January 20th, 2026, the hottest hell on earth opens again. Some people will fall hard, some will emotionally spiral, and the internet will absolutely lose its mind. And I'll be right there watching, rewinding, and breaking down every look, pause, and messy decision, because Season 5 already feels like it's coming in hot. And if you're watching this without subscribing, just know the mess is coming whether you're ready or not. Hit subscribe, join the fam, and let's survive Singles Inferno Season 5 together, because this island is about to be chaos.